Welcome to the Nearly Enlightened podcast, your high vibe toolbox to support your body, mind, and spirit. I am your host, Gianna Girusso, and I am so excited to be here with you today. Whether you're on a healing journey, looking for grounding inspiration, or simply curious about connecting with yourself, you're in the right place. Today, I'm joined by Dee. Welcome back, Dee.
Hi, thank you.
We
So
have
excited
some,
to be here.
I know, we have some really exciting news to share. So we have collaborated and should we just say it?
Let's just say it. Just throw it out there.
Next month, we are launching a free 30-day yoga challenge. And this is a challenge to deepen your practice. So we are going to talk about all 8 limbs. You wanna?
Yeah. I feel like the last time that I was on, we kind of dove a little bit into this. Maybe we've touched about on it, I think, a little bit every time we've chatted on your podcast is about how
I think it's funny. I think this idea was born after the last time you were on the podcast, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think we're both really passionate about, of course, the asana practice that we get out of the yoga practice, but we're also both very aware of the entirety, the 8 limbs of yoga, and want to honor that tradition in not just on the mat, but also in our lives. And I think that that's why we're here today. And we're excited to explain a little bit more about what the challenge does, what you can benefit from it, the why behind it, a little bit more detailed. And we want to just kind of, bring more clarity, grounding, and alignment into your everyday life.
Yes. And I think even Nearly Enlightened was born out of this like kind of irreverence to the modern healing culture. And a lot of things that we see on social media are just like these insane poses that look like party tricks. And the real magic of the practice is not in that not necessarily that practice, I think. For me, it's come out of the stillness. And I say this in my classes a lot. Like we think of the advanced practice as the fast flows and the poses that look like party tricks, but the real advanced practice is in the stillness. So I really wanted to highlight yoga as a whole, especially because here in our culture, like we see the physical practice, it's really like a fitness class. And we aren't really getting behind the why of why we do things. And even like, I bet most students have no idea what the yamas and the niyamas are. I would be willing to bet that some teachers don't know what the yamas and the niyamas are. And I'm not like, I don't know them verbatim off the top of my head, but they are part of my practice. And I just think it's time that we really pay homage to the actual practice of yoga.
Yes, exactly. I am right there with you. And I think, we both talk about this so much. So here we are finally bringing it together as a gift to everyone to do it alongside with us in community and to just have fun with it too, because that's the other thing is not like it doesn't, I say this a lot in my practices, like it doesn't need to be serious, we can have fun with it. So
or
I think
hard, like it could take 5 minutes.
So do we want to open with a little bit of grounding?
Yes. I'll have you take it away.
Okay. Okay. So we want to just begin here with a little bit, give you maybe a little bit of a teaser of what we want to offer, but let's begin wherever you are. Before we dive in, let's just take a moment to land. So wherever you are, whether you're walking, driving, maybe you need to pull over, or if you're just sitting on the couch, see if you can bring a little bit more awareness into this moment right now. If it's safe to do so, gently close down your eyes or soften your gaze towards the floor or the earth below you. And let's begin by taking a deep breath in together. And a long, steady breath out. One more time. Big inhale, feeling your diaphragm fill up, your belly fill up with oxygen, and then into the lungs. And then slowly exhale, letting go. Now, just allow your breath to find its own natural rhythm. Feel your body physically where it connects with the earth below you, the chair underneath you, or the seat below you. And with each breath you take, imagine you're arriving into this space, into yourself. As we explore the offering of our 30-day yoga challenge, remember that this journey is not about doing more. It's about being more present. It's not about the perfect pose, but about creating space for reflection, for your breath, and for your inner connection to yourself. Let this very moment be your first step. And let's take one more deep breath in and gently sigh it out. And when you're ready, bring your awareness back to the sounds around you and let us continue to share with you the magic that we hope to bring.
Oh my gosh, that was so nice. Did you know that that's the first guided meditation we've done on this podcast?
Really? Oh, I feel so honored.
Yeah.
Mm. It's just good. I think we're both really excited about it. So we kind of have to ground ourselves too to
Yeah, especially, I mean, me, a Gemini in the middle of fire Aries season, like I am just
yeah.
all over the place.
A lot of us are all over the place right now. And I know you had spoken about once on, I think, was it like a few podcasts ago about the astrological new year, which is kind of what
Yes.
we're feeling right now.
Yes.
Um,
It's, yeah, like spring has sprung and now like that energy is ignited. I mean, it's, I mean, we start off the astrological new year with Aries season with that fire to like get
mhm.
shit started. And I definitely feel that energy.
Yeah. And so I'm sure a lot of us are feeling the energy from
That
the
swirl.
collective. Yeah. And the chaos that's happening probably all around. But that's also like part of the practice is finding your center in the middle of the storm. So whether you are celebrating the astrological new year, whether you're feeling a little bit of the chaos around you or outside you, or maybe even within you, and you need a reset, this is where you want to be, and we're excited to share this
Yes.
with you.
This full body, mind, spirit experience.
Yes.
And I'm so excited to collaborate with you on this. Like you've collaborated on Nearly Enlightened a lot. You've been on the podcast like more than a handful of times now. So this like only makes sense that we're doing this.
Yeah. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity, allowing me to be on again, and for doing this together. I think it's been a long time coming, and it's
I
awesome
know.
to see that it's coming to fruition
I know
now.
this is kind of like our New Year's resolution come to life. Like we've planted the seeds and we've tended to the garden and now we're going to like watch this flourish and flow. And I'm so excited for May. And I was telling you, like, I have a lot going on in May.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, if you're local to Rhode Island, I have this charity event on May 4th.
Yeah. Tell us about it.
Please
Take a
come.
moment. Tell us about it.
I'm partnering. And I think this is a great way to practice like what we're talking about in the 8 limbs of yoga, because part of part of the actual yoga practices to be of service. And I've never done anything like this before, except for when I was in my first yoga teacher training, and that was almost 10 years ago now.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the first time that I'm really like allowing myself to be of service, and I'm planning the entire event with like a few other women, and I'm leading a yoga class at Bend in Charlestown, Rhode Island. And we're going to
Mm-hmm.
have a cat yoga class, which is so fun. There's going to be adoptable cats that are just going to be in the room playing with us. So if you've never done yoga before, or if you're like one of those people that yoga is not for you, but you love cats, like this is for you. Like it's not, um, like going to be a vigorous yoga class. Like it's basically we're going to be playing with kitties and breathing deep. Like
I love, you know what? I love that. I'm not really a cat person, but I've become a cat person. I teach a lot of private students, and for some reason, there is always a cat around. And even just like I've noticed that I think, I mean, someone correct me if I'm wrong, but the purring that they do and having them around, I've noticed how much of like a nervous system regulator that
yeah.
is.
So I've heard, I don't know if this is like actually factual or not, but I'm pretty sure they purr at the same frequency that Om is.
Wow. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it because
Yeah.
I've noticed it. It just this like the past few months my friend told me that it's like a Russian blue cat that this person is like the big
Oh,
fat
big
gray
kitty.
Garfield.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, but I love his name is Milo and I just
Oh,
love
Milo, that's
him
so
being
cute.
there. Yes.
So
So that is sounds like an awesome event.
I've also been told that cats like hold the space between this realm and the realm beyond. So they're like in between the veil. So they're like always like it's so funny and like I totally know it to be true too because my black cat, I swear she like shape shifts. She when I'm not around, like anytime I see a little animal and I could like feel her energy in it, I'm like, "Oh, she's checking up on me." And it sounds so crazy, but like if if you have a cat, you
Mm.
just know. They're like
Well,
they're
I'm
just like
excited. That sounds like such a cool event.
yeah, so it's a great organization too. They're 100% donation and volunteer based. So they don't have a physical space. They solely rely on their fosters. And they do like such amazing work here. They do a lot of controlled colonies. So they come in, they vax, they spay, they neuter, they feed them, they make sure that they're cared for. And those are the cats that would like never not be feral. But if they can get a cat a home, they do a lot of like second chances, so like high vet bills. Um,
Yeah.
it's just like such a great organization, and the women who help run the organization are just so great and so selfless. Like no one gets paid for the work that they do. It's just volunteer out of the goodness of people's hearts. So I really wanted my friend Lindsay, she got me connected with it because she was posting on her story about there were these homeless like it's like a homeless shelter, I think, kind of near where she works, or I don't know the whole story, but she was posting about these homeless women who were giving the little that they had to take care of this cat colony. And 10 Lives
Mm.
came in and gave them support. And so that they don't have to spend their little resources on taking care of the cats. Now the organization takes care of the cats and helps these women um,
Oh, that's so
take care of them.
special.
So when she was posting about it, I just was like, I have to help. So we're having an event on May 4th. It starts, doors open at 11, class starts at 11:30, class is 1 hour. It's going to be an adoption event. So adoptable kitties will be able to get adopted. You can put in an application for that. Won't be same day adoption. So it's like they go through a really good vetting process. So they make sure that it's going to be a forever home for these kitties,
I
which
love
I
that.
also love. The cafe at Bend is going to be open. We're going to have raffles. We're going to have the 10 Lives is going to be selling merch. And it's just going to be a community event. So, like, just even if you want to come and just like hang out in the space, if you're local to the area, that's going to be where I'll be on May 4th.
Oh, that's so much fun. I'm excited for you and for
Yeah.
everyone that's
And
there.
I'm
And the
excited
kitties.
that it's at the beginning of this challenge because like I said, being of service is part of the yoga practice. And I've never done anything like this before, so I'm very excited about it.
Yay. It'll be good. I'm
We're
excited
doing
for you.
lots of new things in May.
Yes, it's gonna be awesome. So let's maybe talk about what it is, who
Yes.
it's for. Yeah.
Yes. So
So
this
it's
experience is a 30-day experience. It's going to be completely guided by myself and Dee. So we'll post every day. We'll post, you're also going to get an email every day with prompt, with ideas. And the idea is just to be present, It's going to weave together movement, breath work, meditation, a little bit of journaling, and just being like intentional and present.
Yeah. And I think it's important to mention we're doing this over Instagram. So
Yes.
you'll get your emails every day with prompts and with some information and, who to follow, all the rules and all the things. And it's for anybody. So whether you are a seasoned practitioner, whether you are new to yoga, whether you've never even practiced yoga before, um, you just want to reset and bring some like I don't know, ritual and um yeah, newness into your life, craving meaningful ways to bring yourself back to your center. Um so every day you'll get a new prompt in your inbox and you can do it in your own time, your own pace and revisit things as you need. It's designed to be flexible, empowering and fun. Um it's going to be a sacred space for self-inquiry and embodiment. It's not about the perfect pose. It's about the presence. We keep saying that, but I think that's probably what we really want to drive home to everybody. That's going
Yes.
to,
Yeah, because I mean I've done yoga challenges before and it's strictly about like, one day is an arm balance and one day it's just strictly about the poses. And I know we've both wanted to talk about this for a really long time. It's just like the practice beyond the poses, like why yoga is so impactful off the mat. And I think that this challenge is really going to highlight that.
yeah. I agree. And I think, I mean, I will just say it. Like, I feel like I definitely am feeling the chaos around and within. And I definitely, when we first started talking about this, I was like, yes. Like, I didn't even think. I was just like, yes, I need this for myself. And if I need it for myself, I know there is somebody else out there that's listening or wherever that also needs this. So, you and I are both going to be doing this alongside. So I think one of the really fun things too is we want this to be a community. We want this to be an event where people are, maybe you meet somebody new or you have you get to see different perspectives. Like I'm excited to see the creativity that comes out of this. And yeah.
Yes, and I think it's literally the perfect time to kind of set those intentions going into the summer. Like it'll be like mid to late spring at that point, which is crazy to think about. Um, but we're just moving into I said it when we first started. It's funny because it's like birthday season for us, like you this month and June for me. But I always feel like the summer energy is just so it just keeps getting heightened. So this like swirl of energy that we feel now, like it just feels like almost overstimulating. So
Mm-hmm.
this will be like the perfect grounding 30 days before summer.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm on a different
I
timeline because
know, true. I know.
I'm on a different time, but I
I
still
thought
feel
about that
it.
as it came out of my mouth. But I mean, it kind of the same for you because, like, I mean, fall, it's like now you're like culminating all of this
Yeah,
energy.
the seasons are changing where I am. We're starting to go into our rainy season. So it is, and even I don't particularly watch, the news on TV or anything, but I can still feel the chaotic energies of the world. And, even in my own life, like I will share that even in my own life, there's a lot of things happening right now that feel chaotic in my nervous system. And to be able to have something like this in community and to be leading it with you feels really good and like natural, I will say that. And so I'm excited to do
Yes.
it and to bring myself back in. And, I think we also touch upon this a lot when you and I have conversations is like to always be a student. Yeah, I teach yoga, but also it's important. Like, I'm sure I'm going to learn a lot of new things going through this. And that's one of the reasons also why I'm excited. So,
Yeah, same. Like, I kind of feel like it's going to, like, I always say, there's like, when I first started teaching yoga, my cousin brought me to a rock climbing class, and I had never done that before. And so I got to see what it was like to be a beginner because then I ended up teaching beginner yoga. But when you're practicing for so long, you kind of forget what it's like to be a beginner. So it was a good reminder of what it felt like to be a beginner. And I feel like that with this challenge, like even though I've been practicing for 13 years, I've been teaching for almost 10, like there is something about this challenge that makes me feel like a beginner.
Yeah, but that's good. It's so
Yeah.
good.
No, there's
Yeah.
so much magic in being a beginner and you get to look at things with new eyes. So like you said, like it's going to reinvigorate. There's a great book that I read through my 500-hour teacher training with Booty. And it was called How Yoga Works. And I've talked about it before on this podcast. I thought it was going to be a textbook, and I was like, oh, great, like another dry yoga textbook. Like, I literally physically didn't think that I would be able to handle it. But it was actually a fictional story about how this one woman like was traveling through this village. She ended up in jail. She didn't do anything wrong, but they just different time period. It's
Hmm.
like the 12th century. Um, so she got put in jail just basically for being a woman yoga teacher. But she
Mm.
simultaneously changed the whole village by teaching the police captain yoga.
Oh,
And
I
so part
love
of her
that.
punishment was like she had to prove that she was a yoga teacher in order to let her out of jail. And so she taught the chief of police yoga, and through teaching him yoga, it had a ripple effect through the whole village. And she ended up getting out of jail. And she transformed the whole village by teaching just like one of the leaders yoga. And it had just like this amazing trickle down effect. And um that's part of my inspiration for this. Like,
Hmm.
if you haven't read that book, you should read the book.
I was just gonna ask you, could I have a pen in my hand? Can you please tell me the
Let me Google it because I don't wanna fuck it up.
It's all right. You won't. Yeah, that sounds really that sounds very, very like it would be an inspiration for something like, or even just in, not even as a teacher, just in everyday life. Have you ever read Breakfast with Buddha?
No, I'll add it to my list though. I love these kind of books. So
Yeah.
How Yoga Works. It's like an orange cover.
Okay, How
It's
Yoga Works. I'm sure I can find it.
yeah.
That's
Chris,
awesome. Yeah.
Christy McNally and Geshe Michael Roach.
Okay.
But great story. And I have like as a yoga teacher, great resource. I have probably like 50 tabs in it because it does a great job of going through all the limbs of yoga in a very easily digestible way. And that's what I wanted this challenge to be. I wanted to talk about all the limbs of yoga, but make it digestible and modern. Sometimes it's
Huh.
hard when we're talking about yoga. It's like a 5,000-year-old plus science. So to just bring it back to how it can be so relevant in our modern lives, I think it's so important.
Yes, I agree with you. Yeah. And I think it's like we said earlier, like I just want to have fun with it and
Yeah.
learn and make it, as you said, digestible and not like don't have to be afraid to try. It's not going to be very complicated. It's free,
Yeah, it's free.
like
It's going to come into your inbox every single day. So you will not have to think about, well, there will be stuff that you have to think about, but it will be very mapped out for you.
yeah. So it's super easy to follow. It's going to help you feel more grounded, intentional in yourself and with your, hopefully, your daily life. Um, hopefully also bring more peace to your mind, to your body, to your soul. I think that's too big, the big picture here. Um, just like a reconnection with yourself and a community that's like-minded. Um, yeah,
It's a
it's
great
very
way to get
simple.
aligned.
Yes. Hmm. Yeah. So, yeah. Do we want to share how to join?
Yes. So there will be a link. We'll link it in the show notes. And then I'm sure if you follow us on social media, we'll probably be posting about it from
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 now on
now
out.
until now until the end of May. So get ready to hear about it.
Yeah. And we'll come, I think we talked about this too. Like we'll probably do a couple of Instagram lives just to
Yes.
answer any questions that might come up. So if anybody does have any questions or inquiries about, you know, more specific details or anything, please reach out to either one of us, and we'll save questions or something for one of those lives
And
as
we'll
we
be
go
there
along.
every step of the way. So you have us through the entire challenge. We're here to help.
Yeah.
We're here to guide you, to help inspire you. Um,
And if it gets, if we're going to start on May 1st,
May 1st,
May
it's
1st,
happening.
baby. May 1st is a what is that in English? On Thursday. I can't think. So Thursday, May 1st. And there's going to be giveaways, which we'll tell you as we get closer to the date. Um, yeah, so it's an invitation, not an obligation. Come as you are, be your authentic self, and don't show up for anybody else. Show up for yourself.
And have some fun.
Yeah, have some fun. So we're excited to host this, and I
Yes.
am so looking forward to it.
So, if you want to sign up, you can sign up through the link in the show notes, or I'm sure it'll be in our bios on our Instagrams. If you don't follow us on Instagram, now is a great time to do that. I can also link that in the show notes, so you can just click and give us a quick follow. Um, and like we said, you're going to receive a welcome email once you sign up using the link. It will give you all the details, the rules, the start dates. We're going to talk probably as we get closer about some prizes. So I think we decided we're going to pull 3 winners at the end.
Yeah, 3 winners at the end. 1, 2, 3.
3 winners at the end. The only thing is you have to post for all of the prompts by the end of the challenge, which is what, May 31st.
I think May has 31 days.
31 days, yes. So we'll give that extra day. We'll give that extra day to get all of the posts in, and then
we'll pick the winners maybe on that weekend, that coming weekend.
Yeah, like that Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday is the 1st of June.
Yeah.
That would be a fun way to kick off my birthday month.
Yeah. Yeah. Then that's awesome. It's like we're kicking this off with my birthday. And then
I know. So if you're listening to this episode on Tuesday, the 8th, go wish Dee a happy birthday when you follow her on Instagram.
Thank you. Yay.
I'm so excited about this. Is there anything else that we need to share with the people?
I feel like I mean, I'm sure this will be sent in the email, but you really you don't even need a mat to do this. Maybe you need a journal and a pen, to be honest. Like that might be all you need, and your smartphone, because you have to post things. But like other than that, this is just just be creative, have fun, and yeah, I'm excited. So
don't take it too seriously.
Don't take it
Invite
serious.
a friend to join you. This is always like a fun thing to do with someone because you can help hold each other accountable. Like I know when I first started yoga, my best friend Nikki and I, we started going together, and it was a great way to just like make sure that we made that space and time to go and to be there. So I always think like the buddy system, it works.
Yeah. Accountability, I think, is huge. Yeah. And I think that might be, part of this for me too, is like, I need to be held accountable. So I know you and I both just you and I as co-creators of this, I feel like we've done a very good job of holding each other accountable. So it'll be really fun to be able to share this with that energy with other people.
Yeah. So, I mean, I literally could not have done this. I wouldn't have done this by myself. I wouldn't have gotten this far. It would have just been like an idea that I had that went out into the ethers and then was like, oh, that's a good idea.
It was meant to be, baby. It was meant to be.
It was so meant to be. So let this challenge be a little love letter to your soul, a little reminder that small, short, daily practices can shift your entire life. So if something is whispering yes to you, I hope you follow it. That's your intuition telling you that this is the space to be.
Mhm. Yeah. And honor the journey, whether you do one day or if you do all 30 days with us. You're still showing up, you're still choosing you, and that is enough.
Yes. And I think the great thing about this, my friend Kat, who has also been on the podcast before, posted a couple of days ago this really great reel where she was like, you don't have to do it right now, but like, even if you save this reel and you bring it back up in 6 months from now, like you'll have all of the prompts. So this is something that can carry you through. You don't have to share it if you aren't feeling like you want to share it on Instagram and be part of the challenge in that way, but if you want to just practice privately, because sometimes like that's hard to be vulnerable, especially um when you put things like this out there on the internet for like judgment of all people. So like even if you just use the prompts whenever to let
Yeah,
this
to
deepen your
deepen your
practice, to
practice.
deepen your practice,
Exactly. And
which
that's
is
what
what
it's all about.
this challenge is called, the deepen your practice challenge. So let it be whatever you
Beautiful.
need it to be.
Yeah, exactly. Beautifully put. Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening to the Nearly Enlightened podcast. If you're feeling inspired, be sure to subscribe, share this episode with someone you love, and check out the links in the show notes and sign up for the challenge. Remember, you already have everything you need inside of you. The answers are already within. Thank you for being here, and we'll talk to you next time.